Greetings and well met, and welcome to Twitch Tales All Joy special event. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're wondering. What is All Joys? Well, let me tell you, All Joys is a season of giving, of caring, of love and inspiration that is shared among the many people of the lovely and wide world of Rin. And today we're going to be going through and sharing a story of All Joys, as is seasonally traditional for this time of year. And it, of course, begins, as most adventures and games of this nature do, with a poem. 'Twas the eve of All Joy, a magical time of year, when the people of Rin spread goodwill and cheer. And no matter how far or how wide you roam, happy All Joys can be heard from every Rin home. But before all the feasting and joy has begun, atop the Dwenwheel Range, against a setting sun, a solitary figure prepares for a journey, a member of the Joy God Scintilland's clergy, who prepares at this time a wagon of presents to bestow his god's blessings to both noble and peasants. The cleric ensures not a one is amiss, the large package, of course, addressed to Apis. With a crack and a whistle his journey begins, to deliver his presents to the people of Rin. But a jostle here, and a bump 3 or 4, and a single lone package falls onto the floor. A long red parcel rests cold in the streets, never destined, sadly, for its receiver to meet. But with a rip and a tear, and a cut of some string, and up with a start, with a bellowing swing! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a Salazar one-shot! Woo! Yes, I am hyping myself up, because this is the thing. We are now beginning this adventure with a bloody good swing. All right, that's right. We are going to be playing a Salazar one-shot where you guys take on the role of Salazar, a sentient magical sword, a flaming magical sword, who is a part of the canon world of Robert's world. And that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, woo! Now, Salazar, for those of you who don't know, is a bard. He is a sentient sword who is very charming. He's very gifted at talking. He has a lot of really, really cool abilities surrounded by, by the nature of, being a bard and being a chatterbox. Now, you can see that over there, there's some bardic features. If you don't know what they are all available on D&D Beyond, or if you want to Google them. If you want, you can also ask in chat, and I will hopefully see it amongst all of the really cool hypes. Now, below me, there's a bunch of spells. These are the spells we have access to and what we can do. And over there, we've got, like, inspiration and turns and attacks and all that. And stats. Look at all the stats, all the cool things. Took me ages to do and set all this up because, this is the thing. All right. So, we begin in the middle of a clearing filled with snow, with blankets of this beautiful, silty white powder falling high in the tops of the Dwenwheel Range mountains. There we see our lovely sword, Salazar, resting in the snow. All right, here I am now, in the snow. Clearly my plan to sneak into someone's presence for All Joys has failed me. But no matter, I shall persevere, for I am Salazar, the great and holy sword. Now, how to get off this mountain? So, our first quest, get the hell off the mountain. Now, we have a few limitations being Salazar, chief among it being that we don't have arms and legs. It makes it very difficult to move around and do things, so we need to figure out how to get off this mountain. So, I turn this to our players. How do we get off this mountain? What do we do in the midst of this forest in order to make it so that we can, get down to safety? Any ideas, any thoughts? I'd like to throw out some suggestions, but if you have your own, please leave them in chat. Now, Salazar has universal speech, meaning that he can actually speak and is understood by any and all creatures. This means that as long as the creature has some form of like sentience or intelligence, it is able to be communicated with. This includes animals and beasts, even insects to a degree. There's even some allowances for things like plant creatures and stuff like that, but he has a very good way with these people and their words. Thunderclap. That's true. We could start an avalanche. Can we swing so much we can start an avalanche? Yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So let's go with three things here. If we could start a poll in chat. Trigger avalanche, ice luge, or call for help. Those are the three options there we'll go with. Now, as Salazar waits and looks around, taking in their surroundings, we're also going to test out another mechanic here, and that is our D20 roll. So if you guys can type in exclamation D20 in chat, Nightbot will roll a dice, and I will at random pick someone from those rolls to be the roll for our game. So everyone roll, and we'll see what we get, and then I will pick at random whichever one I see, and that will be our perception check as Salazar looks around. Okay, I see a couple of rolls. Let's roll and see which one we're going to take. We are going to take 4. Number 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wraiths, roll of 2. So Salazar, with a perception score of 6, immediately tries to look around and says, I don't have eyes. No, he looks around. As he does so, he sees that he is surrounded by this large and dense forest. Now, the Dronrio Ranges are home to a number of dangerous creatures, and you can see signs of them already. Fetishes hanging from trees that symbolize the Orcish tribes that reside deep within these mountains. You can also see a variety of other small signs that this is not an abandoned path. In particular, you can also see that there is a large series of wagon marks that seem to be left in the snow heading down the mountainside. Likely this was the mountain path that you were to be traveling aboard the wagon of the priest of Sinterland. Looking down in that direction, Salazar begins to shake and shudder. As he does so, he swings himself, casting a bolt of fire. And as he does so, he begins to melt the ice in this pathway along the grooves of that wagon. Ha ha ha! Yes, that's right. I will not be stopped. Fear my mighty mightiness. As Salazar begins to slide down very, very slowly the mountainside. At this point in time, as the blade that is Salazar begins to very slowly make their way, luging down the mountainside, a voice seems to call out to them from above. Ah! You there! Shiny thing! What are you doing? Turning your attention upwards, you see what looks to be a large eagle. It is on a nest, roosting and shaking itself as it makes itself comfortable, watching this very bizarre fireballing blade moving down the mountain. I'm trying to get back down the mountain so that I can find a true hero to wield the mightiness that is Salazar. The eagle looks down and starts to laugh at us, making fun of the fact that well, you're a sword, you're a giant shiny metal stick. What are you going to do climbing down mountains? You'd be better off being thrown off a cliff. I can help you with that if you'd like. The annoying cackle of this eagle rings in your ear, but maybe he can help us. What do you guys think? What would you guys like to do? Do we want to engage with this eagle, or do we want to keep luging downwards? We're not doing too bad. We're making our way. Firebolt the eagle. Mighty mightiness, yes. Taunt the eagle. All right. Charm the eagle, taunt the eagle, firebolt the eagle. All right, these are going to be our choices. Let's do it. Salazar contemplates his options as he thinks about whether or not this eagle could truly carry him. The eagle, of course, being the large and quite powerful avian creature, not necessarily like kind of your bald eagle, but this is more like, you know, your kind of, you know, big old freaking like mountainous eagle. Salazar, you kind of get the impression that that this eagle is maybe like, you know, hunkering down for the winter. There's other elements to that as well, such as the fact that most birds do try to avoid the cold, try and fly ahead of it to try and, you know, sort of enjoy the seasons as they come by. Excuse me, giant eagle thing. Do you have a name? A name? A name? Yes. You can call me. You can call me Alagrippa. That's a dumb name. What'd you say? Nothing at all. Alagrippa. Quite an amazing name. Yes. A truly worthy name of such a great and noble creature. I think so. I think you're absolutely right. A truly noble name for a truly noble creature. I can see you are a person or a sword of great taste. Yes, even though as a sword I don't have a tongue, I am definitely of very good taste. Giant, noble Allegria. I do not suppose that you'd be willing, Allegrippa, sorry. Yes, you better get the name right. Yeah, I know, given that I made it up a second ago. Allegrippa, you seem to be of quite a strong wing and noble heart. Perhaps maybe, oh, you know what? No. I think that might be too much. Oh, wait, no, what do you mean too much? Well, it's okay. The task, I think, might be too difficult, even for one such as great as you. Noble bird, amazing bird. Fly unto me, and we can take the mountain range. I don't really want the mountain range, the eagle says. Well, then perhaps. Now, just imagine for a moment, if you would. You, a grand eagle, emblazoned with a sword of heroes, as you deliver it to the most worthy, the most amazing of champions of Rin. You would be known as the Blade Carrier. What a noble title for such a noble creature. Allegrippa, wielder, harbinger of Salazar the Great. We're going to try a persuasion check to persuade the eagle without charminess. So, let us roll it. Exclamation D20. Let's see what we're going with. And we are going with... Okay, I've got a number. Got a number between 1 to 6. Let's see it. Oof, these rolls. Goddamn. It is spoken. Wraith, we are going with natural 20. We had so many natural 20s there. All right, so nat 20s in chat, guys. Salazar, it resonates with this eagle. This eagle is... Oh, you know what? Allegrippa. The sword bearer. I like that. Excellent. Then come, grand and mighty eagle. Let us away upon the high winds to freedom. The eagle swoops down and, grasping in its talons against the blade and the hilt, it lifts with its wings and continues to move upwards into the sky. And so high in the sky, where the brisk air grows thin, Salazar flew upon avian wings, now closer than ever to being delivered. The only thing stopping him now was a blizzard. Wait, what? What was that? I thought I heard a blizzard. Yes, you heard me, it's true. But our hero continued without any ado. As the wind rose and the air grew cold, our two friends saw a sight to behold. Above the trees, like a beacon of light, a gleaming castle behind a curtain of white. "There!" cried Salazar. "That's surely the place where I can find someone's worthy. I can hardly wait." But our companions from not far away, but watching our companions from not far away, a monster grinned wickedly, having found some new prey. A creature of ice known for its cunning and wit, our heroes were set upon by a hungry mephit. All right, and we are going into our first combat. So we are going to roll initiative. So exclamation D20 as we fly into battle, quite literally against a tiny ice mephit. Now, for those of you who don't know what an ice mephit is, an ice mephit is a elemental creature made of ice with like these kind of almost like snow or like frozen wings. They almost like drip this, like kind of like a slurry of ice instead of saliva, long pointed nose and vicious claws, razor sharp and chilled to the touch. And there we go. There is our ice mephit. Look at him. Isn't he vicious? I think he's pretty vicious. Okay. Let's see. All right. Roll my dice. See what we get. We get a DJM1819 rolls a 12 on our initiative, which means that our initiative is indeed 12. And the mephit is going to roll. Let's roll on here. There it is. The mephit gets a 15. So he is the mephit is getting to go first. So, the mephit is going to start with a stealth check to see if it can sneak up on our group of heroes. I'm going to roll for that one. It rolled a natural one. Okay. It does not. It basically just, I'm going to get you. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to eat me some chicken. Oh, yeah. Yum, 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 yum. And it is not subtle in the slightest. Not even a little. So Salazar immediately becomes aware of the current pursuit. Friend Eagle, did you notice that we're being pursued by what appears to be a goblin with wings? The eagle turns around and immediately sees the mephit and says, "Oh, these pains in the ass! Yes, they keep stealing food. What should we do? Should we try to run or should we try to kill them?" Good question. Ladies and gentlemen in chat, let me know if you would like to retreat, try to outmaneuver or outfly this creature, or would you like to turn and fight? Write it down in chat, let me know. But for now, the mephit is going to go first. So, as the mephit flies upwards, closing the distance between Salazar and the eagle, it is going to use its first action to move to close the distance, as ice mephits have a fly speed of 30 foot. It is not close enough to yet make it to the eagle. However, it is not going to make that full distance, because at the 30-foot range, it is going to cast Fog Cloud. Opening its jaws, it begins to bellow forth what looks to be this frosty cold air, mixing with the already very, very tumultuous wind that is blowing on the mountaintop. It starts to create this billowing bank of fog that makes the area incredibly difficult to see. This is going to give disadvantage on ranged attacks, as well as make this even harder to be able to fly in. All right, I'm seeing lots of kill it, fight, kill it. Always kill. All right, let's do it. So that is the ice mephit's turn. The ice mephit has breathed out this fog bank and is still pursuing. Now, this of course has made things slightly difficult, but what action do we want to take on our turn? Now, we can start with our bonus action, perhaps using Bardic Inspiration to give Bardic Inspiration to the eagle. We could also cast any number of the spells that we can see down there. Obviously, going from, highest to lowest, I would say that we could probably use any of our level 4 spells. Level 3 spells, probably not going to be that good. Motivational Speech takes a little bit of time to use, so that's not going to be of any good. And Dispel Magic will have no effect on a magical creature. Level 2, I would say Phantasmal Force is a good one. We basically create an illusion of something that will attack the creature. Level 1, Sleep is fantastic. Heroism, if we want to make the eagle kind of do most of the fighting for us here. And then, of course, your good old happy cantrips. Always a good choice. So Minor Illusions, if we want to avoid. Vicious Mockery, Firebolt, always a classic, So there we go. We're just going to go by popular vote. I don't think we'll need to field a poll of every single spell we do. So whichever I see most in chat, that's what we're going to go with. The other option is we could always get the eagle to fly closer and then, actually try some melee attacks too. We could also Dispel Magic on the Fog Cloud. That is very true. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. So let's see. First action. Okay, so let's have a look. Justice is blind. Justice is blind. We do not need sight to fight. I love that. That's amazing. Phantasmal Force. How high are we? We are roughly. So I'd say off the ground, we are 77 feet in the air. Precisely. 77 feet in the air. We can cast Heroism on the Eagle, Vicious Mockery, Dispel, Sleep, Dispel. Okay, cool. We have a Dispel. Let us cast Dispel Magic. All right. So, Salazar, with a wave of his blade, utilizes Dispel Magic. Let's mark this down. All right, here we go. For those of you who do not know and who are maybe new to Dungeons & Dragons, this is the Dispel Magic spell. Choose one creature or object or magical effect within range. Any third level spell or lower, the target immediately ends, which it does. So it will immediately end the fog bank, allowing us to proceed. We do have our bonus action, and I don't see any problem in doing it. So unless someone has something they wish to do, I'm going to throw this out to chat as well. We can either use Bardic Inspiration to give a bonus to our eagle, or use Unsettling Words to give a debuff to the Mephit. So, in chat, type in 1 for the eagle, 2 for the Mephit, and then we'll see where we're going. All right? And that is what they'll do with the bonus action. The eagle is going to continue to fly and maneuver, making their way around, realizing, of course, that we're in for a fight. It is going to swoop and fly towards the Mephit while trying to avoid its vicious claws. It is going to make a rudimentary acrobatics check. Let's go with that. Okay, so that is a 12 on the acrobatics, which I'm going to say is plenty for it to be able to maneuver around without causing any problems. Salazar is within reach to be able to attack it in melee if he so chooses. And the eagle is not having any trouble with the winds as they buff it from left to right and left to right. Okay. Let's see. All right. It looks like we're giving the eagle a bonus. So if we're going to give the eagle a bonus, let's have the eagle take a swipe, shall we? The eagle swoops, and as it flies, it is going to use its beak to try and snap at the Mephit. It gets a 9, which is not enough, but with our bonus, we'll add an extra 4 to that, which is a 13. Does 13 hit the ice Mephit? 13 will just hit the ice Mephit. Well, it'll hit it by 2, but yeah, it will hit the ice Mephit. So the eagle manages to take a bite out of the side of its shoulder, as bits of ice clink off. That is nice. That is 8 points of damage to the Mephit as it is wounded by Allegrippa. All right, which brings us back to the Mephit. Now, the Mephit does not appreciate being bitten by an eagle. So, as it does so, it goes, oh, I like it when the food fights back. I'm gonna eat you. Oh, I can't wait to not roast you over a fire because I'm an ice creature and we don't cook things with fire. I'm gonna turn you into gazpacho. Nice, cold, refreshing gazpacho. Chicken gazpacho. Well, that's a bit rude. I mean, he's not a chicken, he's an eagle. There's a big difference. And I think that maybe that might be speciesist if you simply call him that. The ice method is going to use the opportunity to let's do a frosty breath. I like that. All right, everyone in chat, exclamation D20 as we try to avoid a frost breath attack. I will roll for the eagle as we make a dex save. Okay, that is a 16, which is a success. So half damage from the eagle. Okay, I'm seeing lots of the Nightbot stuff, which is great. Perfect. All right, that is 2. Tree of Dave. That is a 12. 12 plus nothing, because we... Oh, wait, no. Plus our proficiency, because we have proficiency. You can see a little star there. So that is 15. 15 is enough. So that means we get... Wow, okay, so that was 7 points of damage. Halved. I round down, because that's what I do, so half to 3. So Salazar takes 3 damage, as does the eagle. All right. So what was the frosty, biting winds of the environment around you suddenly turn deadly as the creature breathes out and causes the wind around you to create these almost icicle-like shards that then explode outwards in your direction. The eagle tries to maintain its flight, taking the damage. Let's see how she fares here as... Agrippa, oh, she nails it. Freaking 19, yep. So, staying aloft and with its firm talons gripping on Salazar, the two of you stay in the air. Oof. I think, sir, you need a breath mint. Something that isn't necessarily, cool and refreshing. How about I give you a breath mint in the form of the end of my blade? So, guys, what do we want to do for our attack? It is our turn now. We can, we're actually close enough that we can strike at him directly if we want to with the edge of our blade. We could still use any of the other abilities that we mentioned before. We could use sleep. Yeah, that's also true. What do we want to do? Throw it out in chat, and the one I see most, that is what we're going to go with. I see sleep. I see firebolt. I see weapon attack. Okay. Ooh, I think the strike is coming up. Okay, I think if we get one more for the strike, that's going to be locking that one in. All right, that's it. Let's hit it with the pointy end. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going into the unique mechanic that I have for Salazar in regards to being wielded. So Salazar is actually gets stronger or weaker based on who is wielding him. Unfortunately, the eagle doesn't give him any bonuses because an eagle doesn't wield swords. Well, they don't traditionally, but they do in this case, meaning that we only get a +6 to our attack. But because the eagle is wielding us with a natural weapon, we will be adding 3 to the damage of our attack. So we're doing 1d8 plus 3 damage, because that's, what the eagle's strength is. So let us make our attack. So exclamation D20, and let us see if we can hit the ice method. Now listen, Alagrippa, I don't suppose you're proficient in the ancient martial art of Kung Lao. You what? Do you know how to swing a sword? Like this? A flash of steel arcs through the air. As we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Sparrow with a 13. Sparrow with a 13. Plus our 6 is 19. 19 is plenty to hit this. Let's see what we get for our D8. Kafwoosh. All right. That is 5 points of damage to the Mephit. Plus the 3 is 8 points of damage in total. Boom. All right. The blade sinks deep and true, and yes, indeed, swing! A nice big cut appears in the snow around its body. Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! You bite more than winter does. But that will not stop me. We do have our bonus action, so once again, 1 to buff the eagle, 2 to debuff the ice Mephit. Let me know in chat. And I think that's all we've got for our bonus action. Which brings us to the eagle. The eagle flies around, injured, but still quite able. I mean, both of you are actually a little injured, but like not enough that it's like life-threatening or anything like that. Looks like we're going with the eagle getting buffed. Ooh, actually, hold on. Ooh, it tied off. Bardic Inspiration was used in the previous attack, so that has been spent. So we're reapplying it. Oh wow, this is yeah. We might need a poll for this one. You know what? I think it's evenly split. Yeah. So let's do a poll for that one, and let's keep going. So poll it up. Now the giant eagle, as the eagle is flying through the air, it is going to make a perception check in order to notice something happening. All right. Unfortunately, it does not. Amidst flying and circling around, these two winged creatures colliding in the skies above the mountains, it does not notice as the large castle begins to get closer and closer. As it does so, the winds start to take on a more vacuumous note, as if magic itself drawn to the large icy palace that rests within this mountain. As the wind suddenly turns, the eagle twists and tumbles, falling backwards, and it needs to try and correct itself. Oh no! With a 2, it only gets a 5 to correct itself. Salazar is going to be dropped and plummet. He starts to fall, spitting through the air as he is buffeted by the wind. The eagle making a very hard choice as to whether or not it's going to go for Salazar or if it's going to go for the creature. Let's see if we get that inspiration, because that's going to be very important. Oh yeah, no, we're definitely getting the inspiration. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna roll the inspiration straight up. Yeah, we're gonna give it to the gave it to the eagle. All right, here we go. Boom, there it is. Okay, that's pretty good. That is a 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. I'll allow it. I think I mean it's not difficult, because if you imagine how strong eagle claws truly are, I'd say that yeah, it would probably tumble. I'd say that maybe you can't move in the next round, but it does not let loose Salazar from its grip. All right. The eagle will, however, make an attack at disadvantage, being buffeted by the wind. So let's see if it can make this attack. And it's already spent its inspiration, so it will not get that bonus. All right, that is... With a disadvantage, it only manages to hit a 7. So this time, as it goes to try and bite the Mephit, the Mephit is able to avoid. That's all I had. I didn't have any dialogue for him. You know, at least nothing that was appropriate for children. All right, which brings us back to the Ice Mephit. The Ice Mephit flies in close and says, "Oh, I can't wait to eat you. It's gonna be so good. I like working up a sweat before my breakfast." And he's gonna make an attack with his claws. Icy claws. All right, that is an 18 to hit, which strikes us quite well. We only have a 13 to our AC, so yes, it will hit. And we take 5 points of damage, one of which is cold damage. So as he claws, that is going to hit the eagle. and it also hits Salazar. So the way this works in terms of being wielded by a bound blade creature is that it's more of a shared hit point type thing. Salazar is automatically trying to parry and take the blows, and Salazar's hit points are what's going down. Which actually reminds me, I should be marking down what Salazar's damage is on the stat block. So bear with me. So he has taken 8 damage, which means he is at 51 out of 59 hit points. There we go. All right. Okay. So there's that. That is its attack. It has some innate spellcasting, but that is all expired. It doesn't have any of that. Okay. That's all the Ice Method can do, really, at this point. Just makes a claw. He doesn't even have multi-attack, so he's just got the one claw. All right. Which brings us back to Salazar. Now, at this point, Salazar is also being buffeted around, and until the eagle can correct themselves, Salazar's melee attacks are at disadvantage. That being said, we do have other things other than the melee attack. So, in chat, what do you guys want to do? How do we want to roll this? Throw out your suggestions. Anything at all. Fire them away. Melt the ice dude. All right, I like that. Firebolt is on the chart. What else we have? More firebolts. More firebolts. More firebolts. Sleep. Firebolts. Firebolts. Firebolt's still currently the most prominent one I'm seeing. So let us go with the Firebolt. Exclamation D20 as we launch a small ball of fire. So Salazar, in order to cast this, sort of begins to sort of vibrate. And as they do, you watch as these embers start to glow and ignite along the edge of his blade. As it does so, the flaming edge appears as swing! He swings outwards, and this bolt of fire ignites and makes its way forward. Now, Salazar's... I should have written what Salazar's spell attack was. Salazar's spell attack is... +6 as well. Yeah, it's +6 as well. All right, we got some good ones there. Here we go. Ooh, that's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bali Ali rolled a 17 on that one. From what I see on my little mini thing here. All right, so 17, that is absolutely going to hit. So that is 1d10 points of fire damage, which is 9 points of fire damage. This creature only had 4 hit points. So, as the firebolt hits him, almost like an ignited, like, one of the biplanes, you know, when they sort of spin out of control. He watches this method goes, I'll get you next time, as he hits the snow far below. But we're not out of the woods yet. As the blizzard hits full swing, the eagle is trying to correct itself and trying to make itself able to hang on as best it can. Now, this is what I like to call an ongoing challenge, meaning it needs to make a certain number of successes before it makes a certain number of failures. So I need everyone to roll in chat D20s, exclamation D20s for the fly check on the eagle. The wind is buffeting. It is howling. It is rising. You watch as the eagle is tumbling upwards and outwards. I think this was a really bad idea. We probably should have waited till morning. No, we shouldn't have waited till morning. Heroes do not wait. Justice is blind, and it does not need to see through the blizzard to know that on the other side is our true destiny. All right. So here we go. We're going to making our rolls. Roll number 1. That is a 2. Mythical Turian with a 4. That is our first failure. All right. Let's keep rolling. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 9 on redial. Redial with the bonus from the eagle, that is just enough to make it. So once again, the wind buffets and knocks the creature around, but the eagle manages to correct itself. It's doing okay. So you got 1 win, 1 loss. Let's keep going. Another round of D20s, if you please, por favor. All right, let's see. I'm losing track of all the rolls, but we need to keep them going. All right, there it is. Let's read out. Okay, cool. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Oh no, Kelso! We got a natural one. All right, so with a natural one, Salazar finds themselves slipping. One of the talons breaks loose as what looks to be a pine cone, caught and buffeted by the wind, collides with the side of the eagle's head. The eagle will take. The eagle's going to take 3 points of damage as it is whopped in the head. It's not enough to cause it much problem, but it sucks. Okay. So one more failure now because of that natural one. If we fail one more time, that is the failure threshold. Okay, let's see. Here we go. 2. That is Tree of Dave. Tree of Dave with the 6. Unfortunately, that is the second failure that's the final failure that we had to get, or we had to get, should we say. All right. As the wind continues to buffet, the eagle cannot keep this up. It is a blizzard. It is hard. It is going to jettison Salazar as it unleashes, as it opens up its talons, and Salazar falls. Does the eagle still have bardic inspiration? It does, but with that, let's see. Can he actually make it with it? That was a. Where was the dice? There it is. That was a 6. So 6. Oh yeah, no, he could do it. Let's try it out. So that is a 4. That is a 10. So no, unfortunately, it does not make it. And the sword plummets. Curse you, eagle! As the eagle flies into the distance. Now, as Salazar falls, plummeting downwards, the wind carries him through an open window in the palace that stands before him. You find yourselves now not outside and in the frigid cold, but inside in the frigid cold. In what appears to be a throne room of ice and snow. Through an open window, a clatter onto the ground, Salazar rolls before the seat of a mighty frost giant Jarl. An imposing figure made of muscle and ice sits upon the throne here. There we go. Boom. You can see bowing down at the feet of this large and immense giant figure are a couple of the mephits, similar to the one that attacked you. They seem to be in reverence of this tall and foreboding creature. As Salazar falls to the ground, the large, very, very ominous-looking giant turns and says,
"What manner of thing be you, that you come into my chamber so unannounced? Ah, more treasure brought to me by the wind itself. Yes, you will do handsomely in my chambers, were it not for my..."
Excuse me, but I am no mere treasure. You see, I am Salazar. Sword of many masters. Bringer of champions and heroes alike. Slayer of some tiny ice bastard. The large giant turns its attention to the sword, who can now talk. All right. What do we want to say to to the giant? What conversation would we like to have? Let us know your suggestions in chat, and we'll go from there. Salazar turns to the giant and says, "Sup? Now listen, your majesty. I may be a sword, but I am not blind. You see, not all weapons are as magnificent as me. And I, Salazar, would look even more handsome in your hands. Wield me, and together we will rule this mountain with a frosted iron fist of justice. The large giant considers your offer.
I already have a sword, and you look far too small to be anything mighty. Behold, Frostbjorn, the Mountain Cleaver, weapon of my father and his father before him. You would claim that you are stronger than a sword the size of most men?
I would claim myself to be many things. I'm shinier, for one, and I definitely have more mileage. And you definitely want to be worried about that when you're dealing with swords. Yes, mileage is very important. Don't want me breaking all of a sudden. But I am very capable. I can also talk and sing and do other things as well. I have magic. Does your sword have magic?
Yes, my sword can cleave mountains with but a single swing of its mighty edge. I have used it single-handedly to raise the fortresses of frost giants deep within the volcanic caldera.
Oh, have you now? Yep. That sounds. Ha 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 ha! I'm shinier, and that overgrown toothpick would not stand a chance against the likes of me. If you wield me, I can prove it.
I do not know, tiny sword. How do I know that this is not some measure of trick or tomfoolery, wished to wrest my power from my hand so that usurpers may take my throne?
Salazar is quiet. Let's make a persuasion check as we attempt to try and convince this individual that we're good. Otherwise, I mean, if we don't want to use a persuasion check, we could always use compulsion and just force this guy to wield it. Good Sir Giant, you have two hands. Why not wield both?
Because unlike you, verily my blade must be wielded with two hands. Why would I only want half the power across both weapons when I could deal all of my strength and might in one single decisive blow? Are you implying that I, the great Jarl Fuldren, can only slay creatures on more than one attack?
No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you've got that each arm is so mighty, why not slay two armies with single swings in but a mere blink of the eye instead of one? Maybe that's the thing. Who knows? Persuade if that fails, use Gift of the Gab. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh, you want to try and taunt him? Ooh, I like that. That's a good one, Batmerp. Okay, let's get a poll up. We're gonna go with option 1, Gift of the Gab and Charm. Number 2 is we're gonna try and taunt him. Number 3, we're gonna go with compulse him. And yeah, that's it. Gift of the Gab needs them to be within 5 foot, and there are 2 of them, so we need to get both of them at once. Okay, yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'd say that the giant is big enough that maybe he's got his feet kind of lounged backwards, and he's within range of Gift of the Gab. Okay. Let's see where our poll leads now. Poll lead says we should try the charm. Okay, let's try charm. As a king as wise and as strong as you would surely not pass up on the opportunity to wield the most handsome and powerful and stunning sword that ever there was. And if not you, then perhaps maybe I'd be better suited to one of your generals, maybe. Someone who is more my size. All right, exclamation D20 as we roll our persuasion. And we're going to go with advantage on this one as well. So we're going to do it with advantage because there's reasons why. Reasons why. Looking around the courtroom, it's very quick to see that only the ice methods seem to be offering, I guess, respect and reverence to the frost giant. This could be for a number of reasons, but you kind of get the impression that there are no other frost giants here. Why are these methods the only ones here? It's very clear to see that this castle has fallen on tough times for, well, quite a while, and that the king, while on his throne and still at the seat of his power, may not necessarily have the power that he claims to wield, at least not any further. This is going to be giving you your advantage because you mentioned the fact of giving it to a general. So let's see. We get an 18 for JMT. So that is our first roll. The second roll is Zephiratos, which is a 3. But because we were at advantage, we get the 18. The 18 plus our persuasion of 5 is a 23, which is a whopping number. Salazar's words ring true and cause the giant to pause. He turns and he says,
Little sword, you have a way with words. And in these hallowed halls, it has been long since a time where words were exchanged with one with more intelligence than the room temperature.
You kind of watch as he looks at the ice methods when he says that. The ice methods then like, and they kind of seem to back off a little bit.
I will tell you what. I will trust your words and deliver you to someone worthy of wielding you. If you can answer me my riddle.
A riddle? Why, of course, I love riddles. Riddle away. They used to call me the Riddle Master, the Riddle Blade, Salazar, the Riddle Sword. That is what I am known for. Give us your riddle, and I shall solve it. The giant clears its throat.
I am a giant, an ancient king, with many a jewel by my neck hanging. Then a monster comes, a heartless thief, the bite so bitter, its breath carries grief. It takes my treasure, my riches untold, my rubies, my emeralds, my silver, my gold. Who am I?
All right. Here we go, chat. That is the riddle. Extra points if you can name who or what the king is, who and what the jewels are, and who and what the monster is. So extra points for all three. And I will let you know when you guys are right. The mountain, the volcano, plague, something corrosive. Some good guesses there, but no, not quite. Ooh, you know what? We have 2 winners so far. Yes, the winter and the tree. They're definitely two things. A Christmas tree, yes. So a Christmas tree, an ancient king, tall and proud, an old pine or an old oak, depending on what you're doing and where you're celebrating. The monster being, of course, the winter's bite, which was mentioned by Azasha and Tree of Dave. So well done on that one. The last thing is what is the treasure? What is the treasure taken from the trees by winter that that are like, stuff like that, like the rubies, jewels, emeralds, etc. That's the last thing, and then you get full points for it. They're leaves. Close, very close. Leaves and Christmas ball ornaments. Pine cones, yes. So leaves, pine cones, and nuts and berries, etc., etc., etc. The fruits of the trees. Yep, brilliant. All right, you guys get full points in this. Which means the giant now sighs as you provide the answer correctly. He turns and says,
Well, I'll be. It seems that you, noble sword, are indeed quite wise. Though you may be small, inside you is quite a lot of smarts. I must show you something. Come, walk with me.
His thundering footsteps begin to leave the throne room as he says, sir, please, I can't walk by myself. I'm a sword. I have no legs. I don't suppose you would. And you watch as these two mephits, sort of scoop up, like one each holding like one side of Salazar, and he's like, oh my, okay, yep, I guess we're going this way. Now, before anyone asks any questions, no, they are not wielding Salazar, ergo they are not affected by Salazar's curse, which Salazar's curse is that anyone who wields Salazar must do so for a year. This, however, does have restrictions on things such as elementals and beasts and oozes and stuff like that, and undead. Salazar can only be wielded by humanoids. Yeah. So, traveling through the vast corridors of this ice palace, you can see very quickly the large tapestries and hanging portraits that depict the ancient kingdom of these frost giants. But as the stories unfold, you find out that long ago, the children of a frost giant king abandoned their father, seeking out more spacious lands to make unto themselves. This story rings heavily as you can see a number of places, a dining room hall with several plates set out, but dust almost covering them, save for one at the head of the table. Eventually, rounding a corner, you can see that there is a large set of double doors. These doors are frozen shut completely by a wall of ice. This ice seems to be magical in nature, and you can tell this even from this distance. Just, it's like in the air. You kind of smell it. It lingers on the tip of your blade as Salazar stands before it. Where have you taken me, King?
Beyond this door lies my greatest treasure. Even the Mountain Cleaver has not been able to retrieve that which is held beyond these very walls. Maybe you, who claim to be so strong and so full of wit and guile, perhaps you will be able to open these doors.
Again, King, I have no arms. I am a sword. If you wish to swing me at the door, then perhaps I can...
No. Open these doors, or I will break you in 4 different places. Do you understand me?
The ominous sounds of the king shudder through your steel. Yeah, no, I get it. It's we're cool. Yeah, man. You do you. We're okay. The king's footsteps leave us to this giant door. All right. Whew. What do we do now? Knock, knock, knock. Have a good look at the door first. That's a good idea. Everyone wants to knock. Okay. So let's have a good look at the door first. So we're gonna make a few checks here. So exclamation D20 in chat, and you can do it a couple of times if you like, because we've got a few checks to make here. The first one we're gonna make is an Arcana check. Clearly there's magic in the air, so let's take an Arcana check just to look around. Now we don't have Arcana as our skill, so unfortunately that is a -1 that we're gonna be rolling with. Okay, there we go. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that is 10. Sorry, how do I read that? 10 Khalil? All right, so 10 Khalil with a 4, unfortunately, brings us to 3. We do not know any type of, like, what kind of magic this happens to be. Looking at it, it's probably some sort of abjuration in terms of it being a seal or a binder. That's all we can really tell. We're now going to make a perception check to see if we can identify anything about it. So, here we go. Okay, Sparrow with a 19. Okay, so here's what we know. The door itself is on the other side of this sleet bit of ice. The ice itself is magical. The door, however, is being barred by that magic. If we use knock, it will unlock the door, but will not free the door from that binding. We can definitely try Dispel Magic and see how we go. Let's try it then. Dispel Magic. So, actually, let's see. So we've only used Firebolt. We haven't actually used any spells yet. So, Dispel. Oh no, we did use one Dispel Magic. So we're on. All right. So we used one. So now we're gonna use another one. Okay. And we are gonna try and Dispel Magic. Now, unfortunately for this one, the way Dispel Magic works, if we go back here, is any 3rd level spell or lower, the target ends. However, for each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The check is 10 plus the spell level, and on a successful check, the spell ends. It is greater than a 3rd level spell. So, I need exclamation D20s to see if we can dispel the ice here. Let's do it. Exclamation D20. Let's get this ice unfrozen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not with those rolls. Those are bad. All right, there we go. We got some good ones coming in. Oof, but some doozies out there. Can we upcast? We can upcast, I think. Yeah, we can upcast. I'm not gonna say we can't. All right. So here we go. We're gonna make a roll. Whoa, that's a 10. Nice. So that is McClover with a 10. So McClover with a 10. That is 10 plus the spell level on a successful check. So that is 6 plus 10, 16. So we can end a 6th level spell. We want to upcast it. I will say that if we upcast it, because there was mention of it, if you upcast it, it will count and that will succeed. All right. You watch as the ice suddenly stops giving out that magical tang to the air. With a few kind of chops, you kind of feel as though like the ice is breaking away easy. And you turn your attention to the firebolts as you start to melt the ice. It starts to pour and in small like rivulets down the sides of the walls here. And as they do so, the area begins to heat up and get warmer. The doors then swing open. And as they do so, from within the icy grip of the area beyond, there is a deafening howl. As what you see emerging is what appears to be an ice troll. This large, bulbous creature appeared to have been hibernating within the vault of the king. Its cold air now leaving. You watch as its cracked ice begins to peel off its face, falling onto the ground, and these glowing red eyes now peer at you viciously. He is resting in this vault that is filled with what looks to be several large piles of treasure and jewels, gemstones, and rubies, pretty much everywhere, all of which have been covered in the same kind of ice that you saw at the front entrance. It is a magical kind of ice. As the troll sees you, its snarled and jagged teeth kind of look in your direction. It does not look at you as a threat. It looks at you as something to add to the collection. It wipes its spit from its jaw and then slaps it onto the ground. And as it does so, it creates almost like this icicle, like out of the ground. This creature is an ice mage or an ice troll. Ice mage. Ice troll, ice mage. We're going to go into initiative as this creature is going to fight us. Pick me up, pick me up. All right. Exclamation D20 for your initiative, and I will roll for the troll. And then we can figure out what we want to do in regards to said troll. Now, just being in the vicinity of the troll is cold. It is freezing. But because we are an iron sword, we do not have to worry about the cold damage that comes from that, which is good. All right. Initiative of... He only gets a 10, so that's pretty good. Your initiative is... Healing Journeyman rolled a 15, so we're at 15. Nice. Okay, Salazar, we get to go first. What do we do? What do we want to do? Do we want to attack this creature? Do we want to try and talk to it? Maybe befriend it? Do we want to... I mean, look, at the moment, what you can kind of tell is this creature snuck in and created a nest in the king's throne room. He's frozen all of his assets, and is currently living in amongst it. All right, let's get a poll up if we can, shall we? Number 1, call out for the king. Number 2, fight. Number 3, pretend to be a sword. So, sword. And 4, chat with it. There we go. He's interested in collecting us because we're a sword. Pretending to be a normal one doesn't seem useful. It looks as though maybe, like, while we're doing that, while we're waiting for the poll to come in, type in exclamation D20. And we'll see if we can insight the hell out of this. Wow, look at these rolls. Jeez, guys, calm down. Zaveritos with the natural 20. Wow. Okay. Yeah. You can tell that his intention is to pick you up, throw you into the pile, and kind of leave you be. That's kind of like the intention here. The troll, you kind of also know with the natural 20 that from the tapestry, the troll is likely one of the sons of the frost giant. Now, trolls themselves are giants as well. This appears to be a half troll. So a half troll, half frost giant. If I gave this kind of a situational equivalent, this would be the equivalent of having a shut-in 40-year-old living in its basement who hoards and collects stuff and like keeps all the trash kind of lying about while playing video games and ignoring the responsibilities of adulthood. You know, just saying, putting that out there. It's it's too close to my life. Okay, here we go. If he picks us up, he must wield us for a year. No, because he is a giant and not a humanoid. Baliali, his treasure is his son. Time to marry Kondo this. This sparks joy. Dag, preferential voting since no option above 50%. When this happens, Rob usually redoes the poll, dropping the top 2. All right, Batmerp, I'll be Rob for you. Okay, so what was the next choices? Be the sword or something else. Okay, let's go with be the sword or talk to him. It seems like being the sword was the option first, so let's try that again. Yeah, chat was the next highest. Okay, cool. So another poll. Get in the chat. Be the sword or chat with the dude. All right. It looks like unequivocally we're going with talking to it. Okay. So, as the giant troll reaches down, he says, "Wait there, my good chum." The troll stops. I'm a real sword. Yes, a sword of mighty heroes and champions. I'm gonna get my chops on. Alright, there we go. Alright, this is it. Actually, does Rob have an accent for giants and trolls? Is that a thing? Oh, is it Dutch? Dutch. Okay. Hearties, here we go. Now, you sword, you are talking. This not normal. I'm going to be very angry in a minute because you are not supposed to be talking. Did my father send you? Your accent is phenomenal, but yes, your father did kind of send me, mostly just to open the door. I barricade door because I do not want to speak to my father. He does not wish for me as son to take over family business. Instead, calls me failure, calls me weak, so I stay here. Okay, well, you know, that's very unfortunate. I'm terrifically sorry about your family business, but perhaps maybe I don't know. Tell your father that I opened the door, and that could be a thing. And maybe then I could be I could perhaps I don't know, maybe just broker a friendship between you and your father. Maybe not necessarily like, you know, as close as one could be. I mean, I wasn't close to my father. He kind of had, well, you see, I've got a brother, and he's the holy sword. And, you know, everyone's all like, ooh, the holy sword this and the holy sword that. You know what we really need? We need another sword that, if we hit it against a rock, can find the holy sword, right? And that, for me, just was very insulting. You know, why didn't I get cool powers? You know, so I studied. I learned how to talk. I taught myself to speak. I play. You know what? Even though I don't have fingers, I can play the lute. Do you know how hard it is to teach yourself to play the lute when you don't have thumbs? It's very difficult, okay? So I have father issues. I can relate, you know. Fathers can be hard work, but you know what? You know what? It sounds like that maybe it might be time for you to prove to your father that you are more than meets the eye. That perhaps you might be able to use a fabulously strong magic sword and go on an adventure to show your father that you are truly worthy of taking over the crown. And if you do so, then perhaps, maybe, you know, just maybe, you and I can rule the mountain together. You sound like my father. Well, I mean, is that a problem? Yes, I literally just explained it to you. I'm gonna suggest we use Gift of the Gab. 1 for yes for Gift of the Gab, 2 for no. So 1 for yes for Gift of the Gab to make him forget the last 6 seconds, 2 to say no. Mostly because, yes, telling him to take over the mountain is definitely going to trigger him into that. All right, Gift of the Gab. Salazar says, whoopsie daisy, swing! And all of a sudden, he forgets what he was saying. What were we talking about? Together, we could leave this land and find somewhere new outside of our father's reach. Ah, that sounds pretty cool! Exclamation D20 as we, as you guys are trying to convince him. Motivational speech to follow his dreams? You know what? Why not? Why not? Okay, let me make some adjustments to our spells here real quick. So we have used Gift of the Gab, and then we used motivational speech. Okay, and I'm going to say that with motivational speech, that'll give us an advantage on the persuasion check here. So Salazar speaks from the heart to motivate the ice giant. That's a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is mesmerized by lore with an 11. And our second value, 1, 2, 3. Concrete forest with a 13. Okay. So that is 13 plus our our persuasion of 5. That is an 18. That, I say, is plenty to get through to this dude. And he says, yes, I will tell father. I will go up to father and tell him that I do not wish to become king. That I want to go on an adventure with my new friend, Sword. Actually, the name is Salazar, my new friend, Sword, who told me that I could do amazing things. Come, Sword, we will go and tell father. Oh God, that's so hard to do. I'm just drooling. Okay. The giant reaches down and grabs hold of the blade of Salazar and begins to rush to the throne with Salazar in hand. Father, I come to speak with you. The large frost giant Jarl does not look, looks happy, but also looks quite cross. He says,
Verily, my son, it seems that this sword is truthful indeed, and has brought you before me as promised. Have you finally rid yourself of this madness that has locked you away in your room for so long? Are you finally ready to accept your fate and follow in the path of your elders and forebears?
no. The sword spoke to me, and it told me things. It told me that I can be my own troll, and that I can go on a journey to become an adventurer, and to do other things apart from listen to you and your overbearing rules. You've always been so cold-hearted towards me, father. You've always liked my brothers better. Even Mom said you always spoke to me with such frosty words. This is why I locked myself away. This is why I didn't want anything to do with the crown. You drove your wife away. You drove my brothers away. And now you've driven me away. I was the only one that stood by you, and you froze the door on me. You tried to keep me here by trapping me in my room. Who does that? The frost giant stands to his feet and walks across the throne room, standing before their son, crushing this Mephit who is in the way. He says,
Son, I was only hard on you because I knew you had greatness in you. Your brothers, your mother, all left before they could truly see the vision that I had. And I didn't want you to make the same mistake. You are my greatest treasure. Please, reconsider.
with a touching sort of moment here, a tender moment between father and son, Salazar says, look, if I could interrupt real quick, I would just like to say that, this is a wonderful moment, but I kind of filled my end of the bargain here, and I was promised to be delivered to a hero and to be, wielded, and, I feel as though I've helped you guys really cross the threshold here. So maybe I could, be your weapon, your mighty blade, and with that, the word of the king, whatever your name was, Jarl Thingo McThingy, will ring through the air as the Mountain King and his mighty sword Salazar forever. The troll looks at at his father, and the father looks at the troll, and they both look at Salazar, and they both smile at each other. It's kind of like this, like almost like a contented smile. Like, yeah, maybe they'll be okay. King, a proper king, should see the world before taking their throne. And so long as you keep your son trapped here, he will always rebel against the position you have for him. Allow him to see the world. Let him make something of himself, and in time, he may come back and take the throne himself. And have the throne himself, and be bestowed upon the throne himself. Yes, he will definitely not betray you and murder you, because I will definitely be his weapon, and I will have the reputation of that, and I don't necessarily wish for us to be. You have a very big sword, I just want to say. Your sword is so big. The Mountain King smiled, knowing far too well that for every slain foe and every enemy felled, 'twould not be his name sung by his great lords. 'Twould be the name of this rude as heck sword. So, with careful aim and an almighty kick, he booted Salazar, and he booted him quick. As promised, the Mountain King chose to deliver this talkative sword into the nearest ice river. With a shatter and splash, he was carried away down the mountain until the light of next day. With the sun came all joys. Had we been too late? Has Salazar failed? Was he bound to his fate? He washes now on the banks near Holdover. It's done, thought Salazar. This holiday's over. But then a commotion from not far away. To a humble farmer named Peter, who's having a very bad day. All right. Salazar has washed up on the banks after having been kicked out of the Ice Giant's castle for potentially inciting a civil war. I say civil war. There's only the two of them, really. Even you know what? They can hate. They can hate on Salazar equally, because Salazar, kind of wanted to go with the king and wanted to go with the prince. And you know what? Now he's downriver. Plus, we've only got like an hour. Uh, so looking over to the banks, still chilly and cold from the frosty river, you see a bank where a farmer is being beset upon by what looks to be 3 bandits. Oh, please, I don't want any trouble. I just needed to come get some fish for supper tonight. Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong. You see, this river here belongs to the tribe of the bandits of. I need a name for bandits. Give me a name for bandits. What's the name of these bandits? Come on, give us a name. Give us a name, chat. What's our name? What are we called, eh? Eh? What are we called? Are we the black ravens, the grey rascals, the river rats? There's some pretty good ones there. Anything else? You want to give us a name? What do we name these guys? Look at them, look at them. Aren't we mean and aren't we nefarious? We're nefarious bandits, we are. Grog haulers. Oh, I love that one. That's a good one. The river rats, the grog haulers, the grey rascals, the black dagger, Kragstlat. Rob's robbers. Ah, yes, no, we have a winner. We're Rob's robbers. And we're here to rob ya. Oh, please don't rob me. Oh, I don't have anything of note to me. I'm just a humble traveller. I'm trying to save up money to start my own farm. Well, that's none of our concern. You see, the Rob's robbers, we like to rob people, and you come done walking into our territory for us to be robbing then. That didn't make no sense. You didn't really construct your words carefully. It seemed as though it was like almost had an improvisational feel as opposed to you genuinely trying to communicate with me. Yeah, well, shut your educated mouth, you peasant, and give us your money. From nearby, all of a sudden, a swift. Let me read out what we have here. There was a thing. It was this. You there, farmer, over here. I can assist you. Quick, take up my blade, and I shall assist you in quelling these villains. Who said that? Is it a ghost? Oh, I don't like ghosts. I'm not a ghost. I am Salazar, the sword of many masters. Now come, I can help you with these brigands, but you must trust me. Lay your hand down to bear and repeat after me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? Take me by the haft, or by the hilt. Take me by the hilt, and repeat after me. I, insert name here. I, Peter, hereby do solemnly vow. Hereby do solemnly vow. You know, we're just gonna hit you while you're saying this, right? That I will uphold liberty and justice. That I will uphold liberty and justice for no less than a whole year, under the guidance and tutelage of the great and mighty Salazar. For no less than a whole year under the tutelage of... Who's Salazar? Me, I'm Salazar. I am Salazar. Under the tutelage of this here sword, what calls himself Salazar. All right. Yeah, we're going to just start punching you now. With that, a glowing ember flies from Salazar's blade as he yells out triumphantly, "Swing!" And a flaming blade whips up and around as the bandits are caught by surprise. And we fly once more into initiative. All right, exclamation D20, and let us find out where Peter goes in the initiative. Now, because Peter is, because we are being wielded by Peter, we now have a few extra things here. Now, we have, where is it? Here we go. All right, so we now have an AC of 10 plus 2, so our, no, 10 plus 3, because you're wearing thing, yep, so 10 plus 3. So our AC is 13 at the moment, while Peter is wielding us. We have a bonus to our attack damage, which is a plus 2. All right, and I think we're good. All right. Let's see where our initiative lies. Okay, that is 3, so... looking at my chart here. Concrete Forest with a 10. All right, 10 it is. Kaboom. And then we're going to roll for the bandits. Bandits, roll. Kaboom. All right, the bandits get to go first. Seeing that this peasant now is armed with a dangerous weapon, they all draw their weapons and prepare to attack. All right. Their weapons don't go swing. They go... Okay. Now. The bandits start by making their attacks. The first, rushing forward, attacking with its scimitar. The blade flies true and deals damage, but as it's about to hit Peter, Peter flinches, and you watch as the blade Salazar swing, and with a tink of the blade, Salazar absorbs the damage on the behalf of Peter, as he takes 7 points of damage. All right. Very nice. The second bandit then goes. He gets a 14. That will hit as well. Oh no! Things are not looking great. That is 6 points of damage. And lastly, the final bandit steps out and gets a 14, which will also hit for 8 points of damage. All right. So, as the bandits step forward and attempt to plunge the blade into Peter, you watch as Salazar animates his arm almost unwillingly, and each hit dealing damage to Salazar, but Peter is unharmed. Peter looks at his hand in just absolute shock. Oh my God, I'm amazing with a sword. Yes, you are. And if you stick by me, then you will be more than amazing. You will be truly a hero of legend. A hero of legend, eh? Oh, it doesn't sound too bad at all. All right. Do we rest overnight in the river? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'd say we can rest overnight in the river. We can get 8 hit points back. There we go. I think we're good for that. And I would say that we also get our spells back too. So let me add those two real quick. Cool. So we have our spells. There they are. Okay, now, that is the bandits gone. Now it is our turn. What do we want to do? How do we want to deal with this? We have a bunch of different spells that you guys can see below us. We have, of course, our abilities there. We can debuff someone as a bonus action, or we can buff Peter, which would also be fine. Let me know. Let me know what you guys would like to do. Boy, we're going to make you a man. Let's get down to business. To defeat Rob's robbers. Yes. Can we use Phantasmal Force and show the bandit leader that the Frost Giant King? Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good one. Imagine Peter dies, so you've proven yourself to be worthy. Well done. No greater worthy cause is there than to die in battle. How many wielders have we gone through in this session? Technically 3. A Mephit and 4. A Mephit, an Eagle, a Troll, and now Peter. So yeah. Confusion. Okay, makes sense. Yep. Okay, Peter, Bardic Inspiration. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's go with a poll. Okay, so poll is gonna have Compulsion. We're gonna have Phantasmal Force. We're gonna have Thunderclap. And we'll throw in the sleep spell. Why not? Yeah, we'll throw in the sleep spell as well. And Peter's going to get the bonus action from the looks of it, I think, unless anyone has an objection. All right. As Salazar holds himself outwards towards the bandits. Now, have you ever been in battle before, Peter? Or can't say that I have. I just spend most of me time like like trying to get seeds and wares for me farm that I'm building. You're building a farm? That sounds awful. Like a terrible waste of a human life. Why would you do that? Well, that's not very nice. I like farming. I like my life. It's quite pleasant. Well, including the bandits. Well, no, they're a bit of a new development, in fact. Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you have me, you do not require at all to worry about bandits. Observe. You see, I have power. Well, yes, you're a magic talking sword. What can defend me automatically as you swing around me quite dangerously, in fact. Yes, Peter, I can do these things. But all I need you to do is if your life is in danger, clap your hands. And then Peter goes, and as he does, all of a sudden, bam, there's this huge explosion of sound as thunderclap is erupted from Peter. All right, so thunderous sound is created that can be heard up to 100 foot away. They must make some saving throws. So let's see what they can do. Now, we are at 7th level, so this is 2d6 damage to each of them if this hits. So let's make our saving throw here. No, they get 7 on their save. Okay, so that is 2d6 points of damage. Okay, that is 11 points of damage to all of them as the song explodes from their personage. All right. Very, very freaking nice. Okay. Now, what else happens with them? Do they go deaf? I feel like they go deaf. They don't go deaf. Okay, fair enough. Yep. So they just take the smashed damage of the thunderous bolt. Peter gains the buff from the bardic inspiration, which can be used at any particular time. As we then go back to the bandits, they suddenly start shaking their heads. Oh. All right, boys, careful. That sword seems to be some kind of magic weapon. Yes, we know it's a magic weapon. It was speaking to the peasant the whole time. Look, don't get smart with me, Gavin, all right? I've been banditing since you were in bloody high school. Yeah, just because you were banditing since I was in high school doesn't mean you've been doing it right. In fact, I have to question your entire... don't you question me. Listen, the two of them start to argue. As they do so, the one on the end says, I'm just gonna stab him now. Is that okay? Can I just give him a quick old stab here? Just a stabby stab? You know? I'm trying to rob a person, not just sit there and argue with each other. Hey, sorry, mate. Yeah, no, yes, it's all fair. It's our fault. All right. They are going to attack. Yeah. I said yeah. All right. First attack is a 14. God damn. What's with these 14s? Second attack is a 12. It will miss. Yeah. So Salazar parries. Tink. Ha ha ha. I can sword. And the second attack is an 8, so that will also miss. So, of the 3 that attack with their weapons, one of them manages to get through, and Salazar takes this chip, tink, as it's hit just so perfectly. And Salazar takes 5 points of damage from that hit. As I adjust this to there, and Salazar takes damage. Boom. All right. Salazar takes 5 points of damage as he manages to block a very, very heavy hit right in the mid. But the other 2 attacks as they come in, Salazar parries one, parries the other. Shing, shing. I don't know about you, but this sword really knows how to fight. What do you mean a sword knows how to fight? It doesn't have, like, little arms and wielding 2 tiny swords, okay? It's a sword, okay? Just stab the peasant. We're trying, but we can't. All right, Salazar is continually blocking and parrying. Now, quickly, you have sown fear and greed among the bandits. Now hear me, farmer, whose name I still have not asked. It's Peter, actually. I still was not asking. I shall reap justice for you, for these peasants. I mean, these bandits. Presume bandits. Are you bandits? We're robbers. These robbers. Really, robbers? Yeah, we're robbers. All right. Well, I will dispense justice upon these robbers. All right. What do we want to do this round? We cast Thunderclap last round. Do we want to do it again? Do we want to do something else? Leave it in chat. Let me know. Let me know what you want to do, and we'll do it. What are we? We're robbers. What do robbers do? We rob people. Which is very funny, because I feel like I'm robbing Rob's channel. So, you know, I'm Rob Robber. I'm a Rob Robber. Confusion! All right, confusion. Oh, there's actually a lot of confusion. All right, you know what? I feel like there's enough of a call for confusion. All right, let's put up two things in the poll here. Let's go with confusion and phantasmal force. If we do the phantasmal force, we'll create an image of the Frost King and use that to attack someone. All right, so 2 choices, nice and easy. What is wrong with this chat? I gave you 2 choices. You just had to make a choice. This is a pick one, okay? I can't do both. You know what? Actually, because we got a tie, okay? I'm going, if I, look, if VLDL ever does Pathfinder, I guarantee you I will do stuff. Now here's the thing. Because we got a tie on the vote, it's perfectly split down the middle, I am going to use my method of deciding between ties, because it's two-way street. And I have with me somewhere hidden, apparently. Where is it hidden? It is here somewhere. No, it's gone. All right. Evidently, I have lost my fate coin, which sucks. Grr. Okay. In which case, with fate coin missing, I will have to suffice with one of my mimic dice. Okay, this is my mimic. This is my dice. I'm going to take my Dead Aussie Gamer D20. This is my Dead Aussie Gamer D20. Very special D20. There it is. Okay. So, Dead Aussie Gamer D20. I'm going to decide highs or lows. Oh, I do have the power coin. You know what? It's Rob's channel. Sure. Let's use the power coin. It's actually really nicely weighted, too. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, heads we're going to go with, which is that one, I think, where the power coin says. So, heads will be power coin. Tails will be the VLDL logo right there. Okay. And we're going to say heads, we're going to go with confusion. Tails, we're going to go with phantasmal force. Here we go. Oh, God. All right. So that is confusion. Now, confusion. How do we use confusion? The spell assaults and twists the creature's minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled actions. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose must make a wisdom saving throw when you cast the spell or be affected by it. An affected creature cannot take an action. They must roll on the following chart. So we've got the chart there. We will just keep that off to one side. And let's see if they can make the saving throw. So wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Can they do it? Can they do it? Now, because it's a 10-foot area and we don't want to hit Peter, we're going to only hit 2 of these creatures with this. Okay. Oh, they do not have a good save. And they did not roll well. They only get a 10, which is a failure. So 2 of them have become confused. Well, Bandit 1 and Bandit 2, for the nice and ease of it, they will be confused by the spell. As Salazar says, "Hey, you idiot, I have a question for you. How many elves does it take to change a light bulb?" "I don't know how many." 1. He holds up the light bulb and waits for the world to revolve around him. What? How does that? Oh, this makes me confused. I mean, why would you tell a joke in the middle of a fight? We're fighting. It just seems like a really dumb thing to do right now. Oh, I'm so confused. I don't even know. And the bandit is now confused. The bandits now get to go. What is a light bulb? What is a light bulb? What is even a light bulb? No wonder he's so confused. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Next up, we are going to go with a series of attacks. Bandit number 1 is going to roll a d10 and find out where on his Ponfusion he happens to be. Yeah, that is a 4, which is the creature doesn't move or take actions. Then we go to number 2, I guess. We rolled a 10, which is creature can act and move normally. So he will swing at Salazar and Peter. With a 2, he fails. He gets only a 7 as he blocks the attack. And, oh, he's not confused, so he doesn't need to. Third and final guy. He is going to try and throw Peter into the river. He rushes in and grabs him by the waist and tries to hoik him into the river and maybe try to drown him or something. But Peter is too quick as the blade turns around and you see the pommel of Salazar whack, smack the back of the head of the bandit, preventing him from grabbing him. Back off. We're not that kind of blade. I'm a one hero type weapon. All right. Bonus action, unsettling word on the one with confusion. Okay, very well. He has unsettling word upon him. So good to know. I will remember this. It is now placed upon him. But we are back to Salazar. What do we want to do? I'm going to say let's use Phantasmal Force because that was the even spread. So we've used... Let me go back here. Spells. So we've used our level 4 spell now. So that is the compulsion done. And we're going to use Phantasmal Force. Boom, there it is. All right, Phantasmal Force. What does this do? All right, an illusion spell. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw, and on a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no larger than a 10-foot cube that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. The spell has no effect on undead or construct. It includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli, but only to create the creature. The target can use its action to examine it. While under the effect, it treats the phantasm as it's real, rational, and logical, yada yada yada. So basically, each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 physical psychic damage if it is within the area or within 5 feet of the phantasm and the creature. All right, cool. So easy done. So intelligence save. I guess at this point, which bandit do we want to cast it on? So type in chat 1, 2, or 3 for phantasmal for the phantasm. Remembering that number 3 has unsettling words and we can give him a penalty. So yeah, there you go. Number three, the not confused one. All right, pretty strong consensus there. All right, so intelligence check on the bandit. Here we go. So intelligence save. Oh, actually, you know what? They're pretty intelligent. Let's see how he goes. Ooh, okay, that's a 16, which is enough to pass, but he has unsettling word, which means he is going to take a penalty of... Wow, he takes a penalty of 8. That'll only leave him with an 8, which is a failure. Which means behind this bandit, as he's like grappling his waist, and he's like, oh, "Look, I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna pull you in, and you're gonna drown, and then we're gonna rob you while you're dead. We weren't gonna do that because we generally don't like to kill people because they can't earn money for us to rob them next time. But you know you're stabbing my friends, you're stabbing me. We're done. We're gonna end this one way or another." Then all of a sudden, you see this tapping of on the shoulder of this creature. Of the bandit.
Pardon me, but is this the direction to hold over?
Ah! As the bandit wets himself. Because there is now a frost giant behind him. And technically it is Salazar's turn, so because he's within 5 foot, he is going to take 4 points of psychic damage. As he is within range of this giant frost king. All right. Salazar does still have a bonus action, which we can use to reapply Unsettling Word. Do we want to reapply it to him? Actually, give us the bandit. 1, 2, or 3. Who do you want to reapply it to? Or do we want to buff ourselves? 1, 2, or 3, or 4 if you want to give it to Peter. 3, 3, 3. All right. Looks like bandit number 3 is having a bad day. Hey, you, bandit. My name's Steven. I didn't ask what your bloody name was. Now listen, I want you to know something. You see that frost giant there? Well, I hear that they eat guts and intestines. And specifically, they like the intestines of people named Steven. Did you know that? Yes, they do. Beware, Stephen. Beware the giant, for it comes for your guts, Stephen. Beware! Moo! The unsettling words resting poorly on poor Stephen. All right, the bandits. Let's go with our confusion spell. All right. And let's see what happens here. That is a 2. The creature doesn't take or move actions. Second bandit gets a 5. The creature doesn't take or move action. The other bandit is going to swing wildly at the illusion of the giant. Oh, get away! Get away! You'll never take me guts! As he swings and swipes at it. He needs to make another intelligence save. Maybe he'll figure it out. He does not. He's just, oh, Faith in Begora. Oh, save me. Oh, Jesus. As he continues to swing. All right. Salazar, we now get back to. Now, we did mention before that I believe people want Salazar to strike, Peter to make an attack. So if you guys want to, we can make an attack unless someone has other suggestions. I will leave it for a little bit to allow it. Now, Peter, listen to me carefully, Peter. What do you want? This is a little bit much. I don't know why are you driving people insane around me. I thought you were a sword. I am a sword. I mean, I'm a magic sword. Yeah, but that's not what I mean. I thought you were just gonna, I don't know, stab people. Stab people? I mean, I can stab people. I am, of course, a great and mighty sword. But I am much more than that. I have great power. I have great power to inspire or to make people, foes, cower at those who wield me. So you're not really a good fighter. A fighter? A fighter? What do you expect me to have? Tiny little swords? No, I'm not a good fighter. I'm a sword. You're the good fighter. I'm making you. Did you not see how many attacks I parried? You are unscathed, sir. Yeah, I mean, I'm unscathed. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Sword. Yeah, you damn right didn't. Don't worry, Peter. I have the utmost faith in you. You will become a hero, whether you like it or not. What was I supposed to mean? That was very aggressive. No, it wasn't aggressive. It was purely a vow that I will make to ensure that you'll get what's coming to you. Again, you're using words that I really don't like the way you're phrasing them. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like they're thinly veiled threats. Ha 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 ha. All right. All right. It seems like. Oh, can we cast heroism to help him attack? Yeah, sure. Why not? I like that. Okay, heroism. Heroism. Here we go. Boom. Heroism. It's a one-action touch attack. All right. If we do this, it will, for the first round, we'll be using Peter's attack, not our attack. So, a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened, gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which is 3. At the turn in which the spell ends, we lose any temporary hit points. Okay, cool. So, heroism. All right, so we lose 1 rank of that. So that's done. We will gain a couple extra hit points. So we gain an extra 3 hit points here. Boom, there it is. Okay. All right, so we get an extra 3 hit points. We are heroic. Now we're going to be using Peter's stats to make this attack. So exclamation D20, let's do it. Oh, it's a pretty good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Memorized by lore with an 18. That's a solid hit. Even with Peter, who only gets he only legitimately gets a +1 on his attacks with his sword. As he swings his sword, Salazar will hit. And Salazar deals 6 points of damage. Jesus. We didn't say who it was against, but we're going to go with number 3. So number 3 is not looking good. He is badly wounded as Salazar strikes him in the back. Oh, oh, oh my God. What was that for? What do you mean that was that for? You're attacking me. I'm just defending myself. I'm a poor farmer. Poor farmer with a magic sword and a giant? What giant? Yeah, what giant? This giant, this massive giant was freaking trying to get me guts. There's no giant there. The bandits will get to go. Now, let's see how the bandits fare. All right, here we go. That is a 1. What is a 1 on our thing? The creature uses all its movement to go in a random direction. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where he goes. Next bandit gets a 1 as well. It's a 5. All right, he's in the river. And he gets pushed down the river 20 foot. As he's and they start to panic. Frost giant, where? I don't see a frost giant. Oh, it could be anywhere. Is it on me? It's in my hair. It's in my hair. They're just freaking out, man. I don't know if I like what you do to people. Yes. Yeah, no, you don't. Attack of opportunity! Attack of opportunity! All right. I mean, technically, you and Peter get attacks of opportunity, so let's see. You guys roll an exclamation D20 for Salazar. I'm going to roll exclamation D20 for Peter. All right, here we go. Peter gets a 19. Jesus. All right. So Peter's going to hit. You guys make your D20. Oh, I dropped my dice. No, come back. There we go. Let's try it again. That is a 6. Okay, so that is 6 points of damage to Bandit 2. Salazar gets a... Let's see. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see. Wicked Bird 22. Is that another... that is another natural freaking 20. What the hell, guys? This is why crit confirms are a thing. Just saying. Putting that out there. What the actual hell? All right. Well, a natural 20 then, I guess. I don't think Steven knows what a frost giant looks like. No, he doesn't. All right. 2d8 plus 6? 2d8 plus 6. Yeah, 2d8 plus 6. And Rob does exploding dice. So that is 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus only 3. So that's okay. So 14, so that's 17 points of damage to that guy. He died. He got killed. He ran into the river, and both Peter and Salazar just go and stab it straight through them. Ha-ha! Take that, you vile cur! You rowdy robber! Let that be a lesson to all robbers that Salazar and... what did you say your name was again? Peter. Salazar and Peter are here to protect this land. Protect the land. I just want to protect my wallet and my life. This land is a pretty big area. Ha 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 ha. Yes, it is. All right. Bandit number 3. Let's see if you can make your intelligence check and break free of this thing. Oh, he should have taken a D6 last time as well, from being in the vicinity. He takes 6 damage. All right. So let's see. Can he break free? I want to break free. 14. He does break free. He disproves the illusion as it fades away. Ooh. We have no illusion. The bandit has come to their senses. Salazar. It is our turn. What do we want to do next? Just sliced his head off as he ran past. Yes. Is the peasant all right with killing? No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, what have we done? Oh, I'm a murderer. Oh, this is not good. Oh, the gypsy said this would happen. Yes, Peter. You will protect your land, and then you will use it as you see fit, for you will become king. I don't want to be king. I just want to grow turnips. Can we use vicious mockery on the remaining robber? Yeah, I mean, we can. Let's do a poll. We have Firebolt, Vicious Mockery, Sword Swing, and I don't know, I think that's it. I think those are good ones, right? Yeah. All right. All of a sudden, Salazar begins to shift and change, vibrating at a particular frequency. Hello, yes, is this thing on? Fantastic. Glad to be here. You're a wonderful audience. Now listen, hey you buddy, listen. Your face is so ugly. I don't know whether to use Charm Person or Hold Monster. I mean, you're really the reason that baby gnomes cry. Did you know that? Ugh. I sat there for a long period of time wondering what kind of horrible porridge you must have eaten and spilled all over your face. And then I realized that just was your face. But don't worry. It doesn't do anything to help you in your industry. I find you about as threatening as a smooth rock. Though I wish that your actual facial features were equally as smooth. Holy crap, you have so many divots in your face, I feel like paying a mayor in order to pot fill them with cement. You see this quivering lip on this poor bandit as Salazar unleashes vicious mockery. Yep. Yep. Burn. Okay. So he makes the wisdom saving throw. Let's see if he can do it. He does not. All right. Vicious Mockery is, I think at this level, 2d4? 2d4. All right. So as he is insulted, he takes a grand total of 6 points of damage. All right. That'll do it. So as this happens, you watch as the bandit just like... and he falls to one side, having received the vicious mockery and the damage. As the bandits, now defeated, some dead, two dead, and one sort of running off into the wild, Peter sits there holding and grasping the sword in his hand. I don't know who you are, but I said I'm Salazar. Salazar, thank you for saving my life. I really appreciate it. But, you know, killing people is just, it's not really my thing, you know? And I'm just gonna leave you, like, right here. Just, you know, good luck on your journeys, safe travel, and I wish you all the best. And Peter then turns to walk away. As he does so, all of a sudden, the sword appears in his hand. You can't get rid of me that easily, Peter. You see, I am Salazar of the Many Masters. I have many masters because I contractually find myself obligated to be traveling with any hero I deem worthy for no less than a year, by manner of magical blessing. You are now charged with a glorious purpose. Congratulations. Wait, what? No, I can't be a hero. I can't be a... No, I'm just... Yes, no, it's not that easy. You, my friend, are in for a hell of a ride, and I have got to say that I am most excited. Have I ever told you about the time that I guided young Alavat to a glorious battle against the Red Dragon? Yes, in fact, after he died, I was digested by the Red Dragon. Sat on his treasure pile for some time. And it's, oh my god, he won't, do you come with a sheath or something? Yes, of course I do. What kind of sword would I be if I didn't know how to keep myself in tip-top condition? And then in the second hand of Peter is this, as this beautiful dark leather sheath appears in his hand. Now, as I was saying, Peter, you see, dragons' intestines are actually several hundreds of feet. Right. And the two, for some time, if some can conceive, travelled together without any reprieve, until Peter got married and settled down with his wife, then hid Salazar, who kept threatening her life. And some say he's still there, tucked away in an attic, left stuck in a box where he's not quite so erratic. Until next All Joys, when they can finally part, and a new hero is born, who holds all joy in their heart. Thank you, and good night. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our one-shot.
Oh, damn, it's over already. Oh well, YouTube seems to think that you'd like this video next, so give that one a watch, please.